Starting in the 16th century, many people began to break away from the Church of England and create their own churches or political movements. These were the Dissenters, and they had a large impact in England building up to the Civil War here and beyond, and they also had a large impact in the creation of America as well, so I thought I'd highlight just a few of them. So let's focus on the one with the best name first, Muggletonianism. Now this is named after its creator, Ludwig Muggleton, and they focused primarily on the Second Coming, and they said that God wasn't interested in everyday affairs until then. But they did say that Jesus was literally God, and God also had a physical body. Without a body, they said that God could not exist, so they estimated he was somewhere between 5 and 6 foot. But they had no regular meetings, no main leaders, and they didn't try to convert people. However, they still survived past the 1650s, and in fact, the last follower died in the 1970s. So, if you want to bring it back, you can. And there were some quite radical groups, well, groups that espouse quite radical political ideas. For instance, the Levelers wanted extended suffrage and also religious tolerance, but the Diggers took it one step further and wanted common ownership of the land and economic equality. They argued that Acts 4:32 spoke against people having possessions, so in modern times people have likened them to being early communists, essentially. Otherwise, I'm sure you've heard of some of the main ones like the Puritans, the Anabaptists and the Quakers. However, you might not have heard of the Brownists. Now, they wanted to get the state out of church, so they were the ones that made up the bulk of the passengers on the Mayflower. I'll mention two more. First of all, the Ranters. Now, they didn't believe in church or scripture because they believed that you could personally find God. However, their leader, Ebenezer Cobb, seemed like a pretty eccentric guy. For instance, when he was questioned by the authorities, he apparently feigned madness and started flinging apples and pears at them. However, he did spend a lot of time with the poor and in gypsy communities, but it is also said that he used to preach naked. And finally, the fifth monarchists. Now, they believed that 4 great empires had been and gone, that being Persia, Babylon, Macedonia, and Rome. And they said that the 5th empire would be that of Jesus according to the book of Daniel. And they thought that the year 1666, the mark of the beast and all that, would usher in his second coming. Now, these were somewhat influential during the Civil War. However, despite being persecuted, the Great Fire of London very almost nearly proved them right.